travel is going to look slightly different for us this week. Nick is heading to Denver for work, and I am going to stay here in Lebanon Hills near Minneapolis, Minnesota with the dogs and hang out as a solo female traveler.
We're heading to the airport so Emily can drop me off. Then Emily gets to move the trailer today to a spot over on a different loop. So not very far, but still has to move it. We have been together every night without exception since May 1st of last year. It's been, I mean, it's longer than that, but we lived in a big house and now it's like we live in 200 square feet.
Have a safe flight.
See you on Friday.
All right.
Emily just dropped me off. I'm walking into the airport. It's the first time I've been on an airplane in quite a long time. Here we go.
Just dropped Nick off at the airport and I start a week of solo travel. So although it's not a large move, I'm staying within the campground today. I do have to move spots when I get back to the campground to the next loop over. And then at the end of the week, I'm driving probably 30 to 45 minutes to our harvest host. Today, I have to finish packing up the trailer to move it over, and that's pretty much it. That's gonna be a pretty relaxing day, and then go through my week as it happens.
Got through security pretty quick, about 10 minutes. And just heading over to a gate. E10, United. Might see about, I guess, sitting down in the United Club for a few minutes, just because I've got a pass right now. So that's where I'm heading.
And now the real fun begins. So when I was pulling in, I checked and they have already left the spot that I'm going to. And now I have to get all of this picked up and ready to move. Since we're not leaving the campground, I'm going to go ahead and put the weight distribution bars in the back of the truck. One of the nice things about the solar upgrade is that while I'm packing everything up, I can pull power and we have plenty of battery to run the AC for the few minutes that it's going to take me, even if it's 30 minutes or an hour. So there's no big deal. I can put the power cord away and still keep the Airstream relatively cool until we get into the new spot. I did my checks on the inside. I did my checks on the outside. I even checked with the camp host and he said it's perfectly fine for me to move over because it's 10:30 right now. The spot is empty and it's clean. So next up, load the dogs and head over to one loop over. All 3 dogs inside, ready to go for a 10-second adventure. Although this is a very short move, it's still a move. So we're gonna go make a loop around and then back into the spot, and I don't have a spotter. So it's gonna take me a little bit longer than normal, but I'm pretty confident that I can do it. The guy across from us last night took 5 tries, and I'm hoping for less than that. Nick has the Level Mate Pro on his phone, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm just going to use the regular level, see where we are. These spots were pretty level left to right, so I wasn't really going to concern myself with Anderson blocks because it's just going to be me with the dogs. But I do want to make sure that I'm level front to back and I'm off by like maybe an inch. So we're going to fix that with the dogs inside and set back up. I left the AC running because we are currently at 84 and there's no risk of me running out of battery. I'm literally about to put the power back on, so not a huge deal. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I got in the spot first try and straight, like super straight. I couldn't have been any straighter if I tried. So not that I don't need Nick to help me back up, but it's really nice to have a spotter. But I was really pumped that I did this all by myself and like in the first go. It's gonna be a good day, gonna be a good week.
Emily just texted me and let me know that she got the trailer reparked and she sent me pictures and it looks really good. And then on top of that, she said she got it done on the first try. And I'm pretty excited for her. This is by far one of my least favorite airports. But I landed, so that's good. Now I just have to walk a mile and a half to get to a car. Well, I got out after, it was a mile, a little over a mile. I tracked it this time to get out of the airport. And now I'm waiting in line to check out with my rental car, which is not moving incredibly fast, but looking forward to go see my mom and my sister.
It is just after 11, finished setting up, talked to Nick for a few seconds. He's about to leave on his flight. Olive is already interested in the dog that's next to us, which, funny enough, was Red Heeler, which is what Tabasco was, so a dog she grew up with. Anyway, both dogs are laying down, and Lou apparently wants to go for a walk. Right after I fed the dogs, I got a notice on my phone. It said 20-mile-an-hour wind, 40-mile-an-hour gusts, which is fine. Thunderstorms all night, which I knew was happening, and then they're predicting possibly half-inch hail and then some down trees. So we are parked right next to a tree, but I just looked at the limbs and it doesn't look too bad. I think it'll be okay. Even if something falls, it should be a very short fall. Luckily, I planned on cooking dinner inside tonight, so I've already cleaned up everything outside. I've taken all the dogs for a walk, and now I'm gonna cook dinner and we're gonna hunker down for the thunderstorm. The rain is starting to come down, and we are going to cook chorizo tacos. I am not cooking chorizo tacos because I just realized my meat is still frozen. Luckily, I went to Costco earlier today and I bought a rotisserie chicken, so I'm going to have rotisserie chicken tacos tonight. Well, I wish I could say this is the end of it, but we did get a little bit of a break in the storm while I'm cooking dinner, so I took the dogs for one more walk. It's 7:45. But at least we have no rain, no wind right now. I assume this is the infamous calm before the storm. Okay, so this isn't my best meal, but I did rotisserie chicken with a little bit of taco seasoning, refried beans, and some queso fresco. Well, it rained pretty much all night last night and stopped raining about mid-morning today. And it's been pretty gloomy the rest of the day, but no more rain so far, and none predicted this evening. So I've already taken these dogs for a walk, and we are gonna figure out something to do this afternoon. She doesn't see them. She's too busy looking for birds in the grass, but there's some Canadian geese over here swimming in the water. Nick and I saw this place the other day when we were eating pizza last Friday night, so I figured I would come and check it out today. It is called Bald Man Brewing Company. I'm just gonna have a beer and see if they have any kind of dinner cooking. Picked up dinner tonight, got some pork egg rolls and chicken pad thai. I am heading to Como Zoo and Conservatory. It's about 30 minutes from the campground, mostly north into Minneapolis or St. Paul, and we are gonna go check it out. It is free daily. They ask for donations, but I thought it would be something interesting, and if we have time, I'm going to go to a waterfall. Okay, scratch that. I underestimated the drawing power of free. I got there like just after 2 o'clock and I would have had to park about half a mile away. They close about 3 today for a sunset festival or activity that they have. So I decided to go to, I'm sure I am butchering this name, but it's called Minnehaha Waterfalls. So that's where we're headed now. This is a really big park. We're here at the waterfalls, but then there's all kinds of paths around. I'm trying to find the trail at the bottom of the waterfall, and it's not been super easy. So I'm just kind of walking around, see if I can see something that goes down to get to the base of it. My favorite thing about stairs, you can go down, but you gotta come up. Haha, I finally found that footbridge. I think it's next to that other gate that was locked on the other side. This is a fairly large park. Obviously, the waterfalls are the main attraction, we could spend quite a bit of time here. And then there's parking lots paid nearby that you can just park and walk. That's what I did. So heading back to the car now. Now that I'm back in the car from Minnehaha Falls, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong without a doubt. I am gonna fill up with diesel before leaving tomorrow. We have enough to make it to our harvest host tomorrow night, but not enough to get where we're going Saturday. So I just opened Open Roads, and there is a quick trip that's mostly on my way down to where we're staying. So I'm gonna stop there, fill up with diesel. It's posted at $3.27 at the Open Roads, and I have seen anywhere between $3.65 and $3.79 for diesel. So saving quite a bit of money versus just paying like at a normal pump. So going there now. This does not look like a 2-lane bridge. It looks like it's my first time here because it is my first time here. Just kidding, I've done it once or twice before, but it's still very confusing because there's too many choices. All right, my def is done.
Well, I've been in Denver for a week now. I am heading out to the airport right now. I mostly work this week. I'm kind of leaving my office right now. But I got to hang out with my mom and see my sister and both of my nieces, and stop by REI because I needed new shoes, and sometimes it's hard to order shoes and ship them because they don't get in on time. But I'm heading to the airport now and looking forward to seeing Emily.
I feel like most of my week was taking dogs for walks and working, but I did manage to do a few things like seeing the waterfalls and eating some local fare. Now it's time for us to hitch up and head over to Monticello, Minnesota, where we're going to spend the night at a harvest host. Nick's going to meet me there, and then tomorrow we'll make our way to the Minnesota Airstream Park.
I got 2 in here and 1 right here. Just getting the last dog to load up. Directions look pretty easy today. It looks like I'm just going to take the loop around to our harvest host. So it should be a 1-hour drive. If traffic isn't too bad and the dogs who are laying down currently, if the dogs are behaving, then it should be a very easy drive. We'll get there about 12:30. We are at Nordic Brew Pub for the night. It's kind of halfway between Minneapolis and St. Cloud, and I've already got all parked. I'm just going to put a couple dogs inside. Good boy. And then get her out and see if we're level.
Then we'll hang out until Nick is here and we'll grab a bite to eat at the harvest host. I hope you enjoyed following along with me this last week. Thanks for watching.